Hello, everybody. How's it going? Happy Monday. I am having a very Monday, and I'm still trying to figure out this software here, so I'm going to be looking around for a minute. But, and hopefully you guys can hear me this time around. So I'll be waiting to see if you can hear me. Hi, Dawn. How are ya? Ooh, struggle bus. All right. How you doing, Dawn? Just trying to see if everything's working. Oh, good. A little low, but yes, I can hear you. Well, thank you. How are you? I got two Dawns today. Hi, Dawn. I am doing okay. I had a very Monday. Um, but the weather here has been absolutely great the last couple of days. I got a little sun. You can kind of see it. I'm living my best life. Hi, Twyla. Hi, Martha. Martha says, I am watching from the office, sunny, breezy, and 69 here in Orange County, California. That is awesome. It was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to check. It was amazing here today. Yeah, it's 71 right now, and it was a high of 80. It was absolutely stunning. Okay. I'll have to play with that again some more. I messed with it a little bit and I thought it was better, the sound, but you know how that goes, apparently. New technology. Hi, Tasha, watching and listening while sewing binding. Ugh, are you hand sewing binding? Bleh. Monday with a vengeance. Gotta take a half bath in the mop closet. Oh, mop closet at work because two of the washers acted up. Oh no! Darn those washers. Oh my gosh. That is crazy. Yeah, I had people set up meetings with me, like starting very early in the morning, and some were very unplanned. And then they all just dragged on and dragged on. And then the kids had soccer, so it was just like one thing after another. But now I'm in my sewing room, so things are better. Hi, Candace. So today, and hello to everybody who watches the replay, because I know there are so many of you who always catch me first thing in the morning or during your day tomorrow or a little bit later tonight. So I really appreciate everybody who rewatches. Um, Dawn, cheap flip-flops from Walmart are definitely the winner if you're going to take a bath at work. Hey, Chloe. Hi, Joanne. Yeah, I did switch to Monday because I just wanted to go earlier in the week and earlier in the evening because I was just like too tired. I'm like too tired. Oh, and that's the other thing I was going to do. I'm glad you just popped in because I was like, what should I do in my life tonight? And then I forgot I have that FPP block that I want to do before the guild meeting. Maybe next week. Amanda says, no, on the machine, sewing together and recording the tutorial. Oh, yes. So everybody, if you're looking for a new channel, Stitching Life Together here in the chat, Amanda, actually, I was going to see if I could pin comments. I just started a new streaming software, so I'm like not the best here. But anyway, go check out Stitching Life Together, Amanda. She is brand new to YouTube. Hi, Andrea. Um, yeah. So Mondays at 8, I'm a little bit more energized than Thursdays at 9. So you might be able to do !me in the chat, Amanda, and it might link your channel. But I can never remember if I have it working or how that works. But we can give it a go. If not, I'll add it to my list of things I gotta fix by next week. My volume and that. So today I am actually working on, I have decided that this summer, I think I was talking to you guys about it last week, I'm going to do a series of hexagon blocks. I think this is an 8-inch diameter, and I'm going to start basting one of these because I was super irritated that the weather was so beautiful this weekend and I didn't have anything to hand stitch on the deck. So we got to fix that. We got to fix that. And also, I don't know who's been here and who hasn't, but I saw that little trick on social media about using your sewing machine to stitch together the patterns you print off. So you can see, like, this is a little booklet now. Highly recommend. Just a little whoop, write down your pattern. You're good to go. So we got someone working on binding. Amanda's working on binding, and what else is going on out there? Anybody up to anything fun? And I can't find my favorite scissors, of course, because life. So we're going to use my other ones, and we're just going to go for it. Oh, I wanted to write what colors I wanted to do on here. Oh, this just took a minute to figure out here. I just washed my 2 quilts. I have to fix the binding. Why do you have to fix the binding? They didn't come out of the washer good? Chloe is exhausted tonight and we're on day 9 of work. We may be striking on Thursday. Are you serious? Just because you're understaffed? Candace is cooking dinner. Hi, Zaza. You know, Zaza, probably could. But I figure if I'm doing paper piecing and stuff, honestly, I've sewn a bunch of them together and have been sewing and I haven't changed my needle. But I'm a, I think I said this recently, a IDGAF quilter. I don't give a. So if you give a, you might want to change your needle. But man, I love it because I don't have a stapler. Dawn Stewart just finished knitting a hat, resting before doing anything else. Oh, and Andrea's working. I never know if it's Andrea or Andrea, and I think I switched between the two of them. So you're just, or maybe I should just say Mama J, make it easier. Is also working on binding. Oh, Chloe says no because of the union contract. Ooh, that's a little scary. So they're negotiating. You can't come to an agreement on your contract, I take it. So normally I do this on my Cricut, but my computer was not being cool earlier. So I could not do this on my Cricut. So, oh, and I already forgot I wanted to write the colors down. I think I'm going to do yellow in the center and purple in the middle. I think I'm going to do this as yellow and this is purple, so it like kind of look like a flower. Andrea. Okay. Christina is working on a chevron pattern quilt top. Hi, Christina. Hi, Patty. I just downloaded the buggy wheel and tangled stars. Yippee. Ooh, please show me the pictures if you make them. Oh, I missed Katie. Hi, Katie. Zaza likes a sharp needle. Yeah, probably shouldn't. Probably shouldn't sew your quilt patterns together then. So my Cricut could also use my phone, but I like switched phones, switched everything since the last time I used it, and I just ran out of time today. We'll see how far I get. If I don't get very far today, I might end up redoing it. I don't know. Yeah, I do not care. I have not tried the scan and cut. But I do know my friend Brenda, I believe, has one and uses it. And Zaza has it. I've heard good things about it. I do, when I like make my little, I have EPP patterns listed for a few bucks on my website and stuff. And I do put blank shapes on them because I've heard the people with the scan and cuts like the blank shapes because you scan them in and then they cut based off this. So when there's the letters on them, I've heard that that's not as good for the scan and cut, so I make both when I'm selling or putting a little pattern out there. Dawn says, I picked out the fabric for the Monica Pop. Do you mean Pinnacle Pop? Turning it into Waterscape. Someone cross your fingers and toes. I haven't done circles or curves yet. You'll get it. Oh, and Krista just got her block 4 from Cotton Cuts. That's awesome. Yeah, I do think that if I were to ever do it again, which I'm not sure I would, but I do like having the whole kit. That's for sure. I like not having to wait. Some of these pieces are a little itty bitty. All right, and then D, I'm going to do purple, 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 purple. And then B, I'm going to do yellow. Need a visual or I screw it up. Oh, that's so fun, Dawn. You're going to do great. Let me know if you have any problem with it, though. Oh, Zaza just got her scan and cut. Ooh, exciting. Yeah, I know people like them. That is for sure. I love my Cricut. It's an older one. It's been very good to me, though. My computer is older than the Cricut, and that's where the real problem was today. But I realized way too late that I should have just installed it on my phone and done it from my phone. But I was having one of those days where I was trying to do everything really fast and didn't take time to, like, think about anything. When really I could have just been working on my foundation paper piece block for my Quilt Guild. Can't even, I'm just going to look really quick around for my favorite scissors because it would make it so much easier if I had them. Hot mess as usual. Ah, they're just buried. They were buried under Sean's floppy disk. Oh, hi Nancy. Nancy says, don't forget to give a thumbs up. Yes, that definitely helps a lot if you don't mind. Oh my God, Zaza just says, I just finished making tomorrow night's dinner. It's 1 a.m. here. She is always up in the middle of the night. Actually, I always think when I don't see you here, Zaza, I'm like, oh my gosh, she must be sleeping. You need some melatonin. I'm sure you've thought of that before. Man, these are tiny. I don't like little tiny pieces. Are those even an inch? Those are exactly an inch. But I've got a vision in mind. Actually, I forgot I wanted to use my Tula solids too. I might need to switch out what colors I'm doing. I have a fat quarter bundle I got of Tula solids that I think I'm going to use to make these little hexagon blocks. The rose finch does look nice. That colorway I've seen so far, it does seem to have good contrast. What's for dinner tomorrow night, Zaza? um, yeah, I'm not sure I have the patience for this either, Chloe, to be honest with you. We're going to try it. I might just cut out some of these white ones. Maybe I'll do these bigger ones. And then I'll cut the little ones with my Cricut later. That's what I'll do. Although I don't really like working with small pieces, but I do think the exception for that might be EPP. Zaza, if you get your scan and cut up and running someday, which I'm sure you will, maybe could I send you one of my EPP patterns? And could you test it for me, like, to see if you think it works good? Like, the scan and cut, the sheet I make for the scan and cuts? If you want. No pressure, obviously. Please, never feel any pressure. Oh, cut them with a rotary cutter and ruler. Now we're talking. Salsa says, I'm out all day tomorrow and figured I might as well get up and get organized. Ooh, spaghetti bolognese. Yummy. Oh, how was it today at the library, Joanne? The Modern Quilt Guild had a sew day on Saturday, too, at the church, but it's hard to get there. I hope one of the days I can make it to Thumbstall's sew day, but I was doing nothing but meetings today. Oh, Joanne says we had a great time and we saw several members worked on blocks. It was fun to see the blocks come together. So Joanne is working on coordinating for our local quilt guild. It's their it's their 50th anniversary, right? This year, or is it next year? And Joanne's trying to get 50 people to do 50. Is it called courthouse steps blocks? To make a big quilt, and so I have one of them. But I want to do it before the next meeting because if I have it for too long, I will just forget and it'll go into the abyss and we'll never see it again. So, I'm trying to get it done in a 1-month turnaround. Chloe, stop. She says, did you see that they are using some Libs Elliott fabric for the next cotton cuts? No. I love Libs. Is it their if it's her Amsterdam collection? Dang it. I'm going to have to complain all the way through another Cotton Cuts mystery quilt if that's the case. Oh, cool. Zaza said she'd love to do that. Remind me. I will. Thank you. That would be awesome. I have a Cricut, and then some random stranger on the internet tried out one of my silhouette files. Because I try to make files that'll work with everything. But I've never had anyone test it with a scanning cut, I don't think. I don't think so, anyway. Oh, hi, Linda. I don't even know if I said hello to you earlier. You are trimming up some 1.5 inch Are you kidding? 1.5 inch HSTs? I just finished my twisted log cabin blocks and laid them out. Need to sew them together and rip all the paper out. Girl, 1.5 inch HSTs? Really? You're on another level. That's crazy. Dang it, now I'm really going to have to go still. Ah. I might be able to bypass that one. We'll have to see. Well, I can't remember if that's one of the ones I absolutely loved. I absolutely love her Amsterdam. But I don't think that comes out till summer, so yeah, they wouldn't use that in a mystery quilt. I'll have to check it out. I love everything Libs, though, so. Dang it. Dawn brings cross stitch to the laundry. I showed a regular customer how to do it and left her to fill out her first row while I sorted out some other customers. That is so fun. Zaza, I was like, does she have, I literally almost said something about that where I'm like, does this girl have a separate rotary cutter for paper? No, wouldn't have doubted that because I think a lot of people do, but I kind of just, once upon a time, these were fabric scissors. I know, it's crazy. I still do have one pair of fabric scissors that only has ever been used on fabric, but for the most part, I'm just kind of mingling everything at this point. I'm living on the crazy side, the wild side. That is funny though. I was like, needles no for paper, but mental note, she's fine with her rotary cutter. Courthouse desk, yes. Oh, Krista, you think you're going to do another one too? Another mystery quilt? If you have the Silhouette Pro software, they work on all 3 machines. It's one-off fee. I'm like, oh, okay. So I actually did download the Silhouette software for free to like just see how my files, because I'm crazy, and if I was gonna, even though I'm selling them for like $4 on Etsy to random strangers, I want them to be perfect. And so I downloaded the software to test them, and that it looked good. I mean, obviously I couldn't cut them, but I could see that the files came in clean. She said she didn't know if she would like cross stitch. What the heck? Try it now instead of just thinking about it. Yes. Um, I love cross stitch. I don't know. I cannot remember if I showed it in a live. I think I showed it in one video. I had started something called a black work embroidery. It was kind of like a block of the week situation where she like the steady thread. She provides like this whole layout, and then every week she like provides one little flower for it, and it's like a sew along, but it's a stitch along. And I just got so far behind, and because I found it late, and it just, I don't know, wasn't happy with some of the decisions I made, so I ended up stopping midway through. But I did find some other like little cross stitch patterns I want to try. Um, so I've definitely cross stitched in the past. It's a nice project to do on the deck, but I do like EPP too, so there's some competition. But it is stitching on the deck season, so I need my cross stitch, I need my um, EPP, I need to be ready to drink my coffee and enjoy the weather. I do keep my blunt fabric blades in a separate cutter for paper. I had no doubt. I can get you a link for 50% off. 50% off what? What are we getting 50% off of? Sold. Whatever it is. Sold. And I did. I swore I had done this little thing so I could highlight chat messages. And it's not working. I don't think. No. Gotta have to play with that some more too. Yeah, I do want to see how this one turns out too. I told myself because I love the next cotton cuts is what like under the sea or something sea related, and I love like oh my god that's right up my alley. Like just the name of it, but then I was like it doesn't actually mean it's gonna be like something from under the sea, but man that is just like as a kid I was like I'm gonna be a marine biologist. I just love that stuff. So yeah, I don't Zaza, when you do your EPP, do you ever I don't even know if other people do this, but I do this for myself. So I include them in these little patterns I sell where I like make a sheet that's got a seam allowance so then I can cut it out and then cut my fabric. Have I mentioned I'm a crazy person lately? Yep. And I have to make sure everything matches up. So I don't know if people like you might just eyeball it your cutting, but I use these cuz you know. Zaza says, I used to love doing cross stitch. I did loads of patterns. What did you do with them when you were done, Zaza? Linda says, I saved up my Tula fabric to make a place for everything bag and the mini also iron bag. Couldn't find the pattern, so I ordered another one and then I found the pattern. So annoying. That is so annoying. It always happens. Oh, 50% off the Silhouette Pro software. Ooh, thank you. I will keep that in mind. I might. Does anyone have the EQ8, the free version? I don't have a laptop, but my husband does, and he loves me. I don't think there is an EQ8 free version. I have the paid version. I cut out templates on my Cricut or use the add a quarter ruler to cut my seam allowance. I like the back to be neat. Okay, yeah, I've never cut any fabric on my Cricut though. But I do like I tried to like wing the seam allowances once and I couldn't do it. So I started just making these little templates that I can put. And then I usually use my rotary cutter to cut the fabric out if I can. Katie says, opened a 32-piece fat quarter bundle that I thought was off-white backgrounds. It was mostly a soft yellow. I have to rethink my fabric choices for my double wedding ring quilt. That's a big difference, yellow from off-white. I mean, it's subtle, but it's definitely there depending on what other colors you have. That is for sure. Hi, Brenda. I ran to my sister's to get tomato and cucumber plants. Oh, fun. CJ was, my husband was out rototilling the garden today. So he's getting ready. He had 5 hours of personal time he had to use up this week. So he used it in the garden. So we usually do a ton of tomatoes for tomato sauce and peppers. Hi, Mona. How you doing? So this is, oh, the of it. Dang it. Does anybody remember? It was like the free quilt design software. Somebody says that. I'm going to write it down so I can remember for next week. Oh, Zaza says, I don't cut the fabric on my Cricut. I cut templates out of the template plastic on it. And then you can add a border pre-quilt. That's it. And then you can add a border onto the papers to make them bigger and cut a template. That's cool. That's a good idea. I've never tried to cut template plastic, but I use template plastic a lot. I just usually use it with scissors. So many different ways to do similar things. It's so funny. I guess if I was normally I'm doing like one-off blocks, you know? And so there's not really a need for me to kind of go through all that hoopla because I'll do this block once and then I'll be done with it. But if you were doing like, you know, a lot of these blocks, you would want a little bit of a better system. Yes. For everybody who just joined up in the last little bit, how's your Monday going? Are you sewing anything good? Or doing anything fun? Hopefully the weather's good. I think we're supposed to be getting rain again tomorrow. Sick of the rain. We've had such a rainy spring. It's crazy. I need to change my rotary blade too, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Sorry, this chat is like... I love that you like to sew outside. I do too. Last summer during our garage sale, my hubby brought my machine into the garage. That's awesome. Yeah, I usually on the weekends my kids wake up early and in the winter I like to sleep in, but in the summer I'll wake up with them. I'll make them go outside so they have to take time off their tablets, and then I sit and drink iced coffee and just listen to the kids play and the roosters crow and all that. I should really have cut this down a little bit. This is like not efficient setup I have here. That's okay. That's okay. Just making things extra hard on myself today. No big deal. Oh, hi, Melinda. I think I saw you earlier and then I didn't say hi. Hi, Melinda. I'm hand binding a quilt while listening to your soothy quilty chatting. Thank you. I don't think my husband would agree with the sound of my voice being soothing, but I appreciate that. I have a rotating mat that doesn't rotate, so I pick up the whole thing and move it. Normally, when I'm by myself, I promise I'm more graceful than this, but I mean, not by a lot, but at least by a little. Normally, I'm standing up, watching TV, listening to music. Ooh, Dawn's hubby brought her dinner. That's nice. Hand binding a quilt. That is on my bucket list to do. I still have just stitched everything, but I think this next one I'm working on that I need to be starting here soon. I think I might actually try to enter it in like the state fair, so I might actually hand stitch the binding on. Oh, it's thundering where Krista is and Melinda. Yikes. Krista, oh, you're ready for the rain then. Get that lawn mowed, let it rain so it can grow like 6 more inches by the time you get to mow it again. Oh, I'm writing that down, Zaza, because this thing's a piece of crap. This, everyone, anti-influencing or influencing, Olfa, 12-inch rotating mat, trash. Don't ever buy it. Olfa 12-inch mat, trash. Thing sucks. It sucks since the day I got it. I need to write down that other one. This thing is trash. Where did it go? Sue Daly. This is like almost everything I buy, I wouldn't just be like, if I didn't like it, I would just be like, it's not for me. You might like it, No, not with this Olfa mat. Don't do it. Don't waste your money. Somebody on one of my other, I think it was my live, or maybe it was Sean's live, the guy who sews, when I was over there. Somebody told me, like, oh, if there's a way you can fix them and you can put some glue or something. I'm like, this thing didn't work, like, 5 minutes out of the box. Of course, like, it was probably a little bit more. It was probably, like, 2 days after I got it, so I, like, didn't have any of the packaging. Didn't want to go through the deal with the returns, and I regret it. Should have returned it. It's terrible. So this says, I love hand stitching my binding. It's nice and easy. Oh, Brenda, you have the Sue Daly rotating mat. Do you like it too? Oh, Katie says hates hers too. All right, well, you've heard it here, folks. Trash. But I still do use it because I can pick the whole thing up and rotate it, but it doesn't actually rotate. Hi, Arlie. Hi, Denise. How's it going? I have the Martelli round rotating mat, and it has an ironing mat. Ooh, fits together nicely. I do know that in last year's, but it wasn't Martelli brand, last year's Missouri Star, like, advent calendar thing, they did a combo cutting mat and cutting mat and ironing mat, and that did not go well. People did not like that. I do love my Martelli cutter, so I would try their combo. Round rotating mat, and it has an ironing mat. That's cool. So it'll be either that or the Sue Daly one. Oops, that's going to be annoying to get off. I just got glue on the fabric. Zaza, do you glue based or thread based? I gotta learn to thread based, I think, but that's not today. Wait, what is that? Uh-oh, guys. I just saw Chloe say hi to Debbie Vasali, so I had to go look. Don't get me in trouble. It's my mother. I can't believe my mother figured out how to log in, find my live, and comment. Hi, Mama. It's a miracle. And she's awake at 8:36 p.m. Mom, are you feeling okay? Do I need to call a doctor? What's going on over there? I'm concerned. She's awake and she's figuring out how to use technology without me. Hi, Erin. How's it going? Set an alarm. Nice, Ma. Thanks. My mom's very new to YouTube. I think she only, just like Brenda only comes on YouTube to see me. Not my mom. I don't think my mom ever watches YouTube. Moms, no matter how old you get, they still come hang out with you. Hey, Sean, how's it going? My mom's in the chat, so don't be telling any stories about me. Can't get in trouble. Everybody saying hi, Mom. Thanks, Erin. It's getting better. Erin said she likes my camera setup. The one thing I want to change, so every week I'm trying to change something a little bit more. I do want to like make me a circle instead of a square, like a rectangle. I'd like to be like a little circle down in the corner when I'm live, but I haven't been able to figure that part out yet. I'm also having trouble with my volume. I'll figure that out. Okay, so since we talked about something that I absolutely hate, which for anybody who joined late, as a group, we have decided that this thing sucks, this Olfa rotating mat. But this thing does not suck. This is, and I think I probably talk about it all the time. This is from So Be It Quilts Fallon. This is her 12-inch, right? FPP ruler. This thing does not suck. This thing rules. Oh, that's a good point. Joanne's saying I should be hole punching these, which is factual. If you have EPP templates that don't have a hole, you can poke a hole in them so they're easier to pop out. Oh, Mom, Sean says, hope you had a great Mother's Day. Hi, Laura. How are you? How you feeling? How you doing? Are you sewing? Have you gotten into sewing lately? Nobody look at this as an example of a great technique. Erin says, I don't have a rotating mat, but dumb question. When you are cutting, does it slip or want to move on you? This one doesn't, but this one like also doesn't rotate. So maybe somebody who has a better rotating mat, which we've decided is either the Sue Daly or the Martelli cutting mat, can answer Erin's question about that. I would assume no, because people love them. Oh, Zaza says I have the prototype with 3/8 on one side and 1/4 of an inch on the other. That would be cool too. Because do you do a 5/8 seam allowance on your 3/8 seam allowance? That's one bigger, right? Yeah, that's what I use for my EPP 3/8, not 5/8. Um, that's handy. That would be handy. Do you guys want to know a ridiculous? So I babysat my nephews this weekend. They're 11. They're twins, and they we they one of them really loved my dog, and he kept saying like asking me all these questions about my dog, and so I bought a doggy DNA test. So when I'm done here, I'm gonna go upstairs and try to swab my dog's cheeks. Zaza says it does not slip and she does not know why. Oh, and Linda's saying it doesn't slip because you're putting pressure on it when you cut. That makes sense. Dawn says, "Hey Sean, I told my husband about you. See, he sees. He said he gets an extra cool point from being from Australia. I don't have that many cool points to spare." Yes, Mom, we have a very global audience. Zaza's from Scotland. Sean is from Australia but lives in Virginia now. And I think we got some others from, and then people from all over the country. We all seem to have consistent weather, though. We all seem to have good weather or bad weather collectively. Yeah, this is not a good demonstration on how to cut your fabric. Sean, I don't even know how to like put that up on my screen. Sean sent me, that's my first ever super chat. I didn't even know that you guys could see that those were on or that you could do them. Thank you, Sean. He says, "You're doing a great job." Fancy. Thank you. Oh my God, am I a real YouTuber now? I just made my first $5 on YouTube. And my mom was here to see it. Thanks, Sean. That just made my night. I needed that today. Yeah, I can't wait to try to swab my dog's cheek. I feel like that's going to be a debacle. I wish I could figure out how to show that on the screen. Laura, stop that. Thank you. You did not have to do that. Nobody feel, but thank you very much. But nobody feel pressured. Thank you. Oh my God, it's a big day, guys. Oh, Denise is from Quebec. Quebec. I can never say it. She's from where they speak French in Canada. It is exciting. Aaron, it's like they pay a little money to get a super chat in there. So hopefully you can see it in the chat. I can't figure out how to get it on my screen because I'm a grandma and never tested that because I didn't even know you guys could tell it was on. So that means after over a year of making YouTube videos for absolutely free, not that I'm doing it for anything. That's the first money I've ever made. You guys are the best. Thank you, Laura. Thank you, Sean. Everybody's the best just for coming and hang out with me every week, though. Oh, Brenda. Thank you. There's a little $sign. Oh, I did not know that. I've never really messed around. I've never given one to anybody, so I've never really messed around it. Thank you, Laura. And Brenda's number 3. You guys are so nice. You know how to make a girl feel special after a really crappy Monday. Am I allowed to say the S version of that word? Better not screw it up. See, it's really bothering me, though. I want to put them on the screen. This little widget promised it would do it for me. It is not. Now I'm going to put the screen and fix it. Yay, quilt number 2 done out of 10 that need quilted. Oh, geez. So you still have the 8 more to go or 10 more to go? Dawn, I have not gotten my YouTube hours yet, but I'm getting really close. I'm at like 3,200 almost out of 4,000. So I'm getting really, really close. Oh, hi, Janine. No worries. Thanks for coming. I'm just doing a very poor job at cutting and basting EPP pieces. You can say the S word. We've all been there and heard that. I just don't know if you get in trouble with YouTube. Let's not. I shouldn't get kicked off before I'm just getting started here. 8 more to go. That's not too bad. I bet there's people who have more than 8 quilts ready to go. So this is, I decided that this summer, because I love sewing on the deck, you know, I think I've raved about it enough that anybody's here, that I want to sew 8, these are going to be 8 inches across, they're hexagons, and I want to sew them and then EPP them and then EPP them together. So this is one I'm hoping to finish up and have done this week. Called the Ozark Star. I do have playlists set up, but I don't know if they're great. So I'm trying to go back through every now and again and add a few more in to playlists, but I do have like playlists set up for like the lives and stuff. But I have to get better about the videos. Oh, that is so sweet. Yeah, there's definitely some playlists out there. That is so sweet. But you know, do not feel obligated. I am slowly but steady getting there. But I will not be mad. So hopefully you can see this. So it's got a little border. This block is 8 inches across. So yeah, they're big, but hopefully you can see the vision. I'm not very good with words. But I'm going to make blocks that are in the shapes of 8-inch blocks in the shape of hexagons, and then I'm going to hexagon them all together. So I don't know if I'm going to do like, I think I'm going to do like maybe 1-inch strip of like a sashing. I don't know. I can't really visualize things, but this is 8-inch diameter, so it would definitely not be 8-inch sides. I don't know. Does anybody know how to do that geography? I'll know the answer to how big it is in a couple days. Hi, Sherry. So, Laura, I don't know if I missed it. Have you been able to sew anything yet? How's that back treating you? I wish I could like stay committed to one thing at a time, but I just like to do all of the things all of the time. So I'm like, we'll do a little English paper piecing, a little foundation paper piecing, we'll do a mystery quilt. We'll just do a little bit of everything and be behind constantly on everything. Why not? Why not? Oh, you're the best. Thanks, Janine. Oh, let's see. I got 2 more of these to go. That'll bring us right to 9 o'clock. At least I got the white ones done. And then I think I'm going to recut the little ones on my Cricut. And then pick some of my Tula solids instead of the colors I originally picked. Because I forgot about that. I think I'm going to get some more of this white too. I bought like several yards of white fabric and thought I'll never use all of that because I never used white. Now I think I'm going to buy a bolt of white. Do you guys buy anything by the bolt? Good night, Janine. Yes, Zaza is definitely the EPP expert. So hopefully she's not watching this too closely. So Melinda said, oh, hi, Deb. How are you? Deb, my mom, well, at least she was in the chat. I'm not sure if she still is. But my mom was actually in the chat, and her name's Deb, too. My mom figured out how to get to YouTube. I don't know. She might have fallen back asleep, snuggled with her dogs, though. Um, I don't know. I have not yet finished an entire EPP project though, so we'll have to see. You got me beat there. Um, oh, so Melinda asked, and then I decided I wanted to take a nap. So I'm going to go back and rewatch it so that I can listen to it on 2x speed too. So I am taking the Hexibore, Hexibore. So if you put that into Instagram, you'll be able to find it, or probably Google too. And Quilt workshop by Jenny Haynes of Paper Saxton. And I don't know if I'm saying that right. You guys know that by now though. I fell in love with this quilt. Actually, let me pull it up on my phone if I can find my phone. Because my whole life is a mess right now. I saw this quilt literally a year ago, and then she put the workshop on sale before Christmas. Let's see. Oh yeah, here we go. You guys see that? That's actually 72 inches by 72 inches. So this is the 4-petal version. And it's, you have to play with your contrast, like your light blues and your light reds and your yellows, so that you can get that, like, I think she calls it like a folded origami look to it. So I love this. This is I think I'm going to do the 4-petal version. This is the 6-petal version that is a little smaller. It's more like a throw size, or like, well, 72 by 72 is a throw. This is even smaller. But I fell in love with this one. This is the one. So I'm going to start playing with my colors because I'm not going to do it in her colors. I think I'm going to do like a yellow in the middle, and then I know it's hard to believe, but I think mine might go like pink, purple, blue, and then I like the idea of like green, like the idea of like a blue sky and green grass or leaves. So I still have to play around. You can't buy her patterns solo. You have to do them through a workshop, which honestly, this is not the type of pattern you just buy and then like read it and do it, right? Like, it's pretty cool hearing her talk about it. And I will be happy to, Zaza. I will stick it in somebody's Discord. And she does virtual workshops like a few times a year. She has many different patterns. So they're like smaller size groups. She gives you like the files and teaches you how to color them and gives you like advice on how to pick your colors. And she also teaches a no pin curve technique. So you sew the curves without pins. So I'm really excited to try that, obviously. So I'm pretty excited. I love her. And we have the same last name. My last name is Haynes. I'm Tasha Haynes. And she's Jenny Haynes. So even though we live across the world from each other, and I believe it's both of our married names. I'm not 100% sure, but I feel like hers is her married name. That's pretty fun. She always goes, "Oh, it's the other Haynes." So I took another one of her workshops early last year, but the design just wasn't speaking to me. I took one because that was what available, but I wanted to take that one. And so when that one came available, I wanted to do it. So I bought all her templates. Man, I've really grooved this one up. I might need to redo this one too. Nobody look. Nobody look. Definitely goofed it up. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. That one's bad. We're just going to pretend this didn't happen. So yeah, I'm super excited. Yes, that's the pond skater. I took that one with Brenda, and she actually did it though. I didn't. I bought all the rulers, but thankfully I can use them again for this version. But yeah, I never finished it. It just didn't speak to me the same way. Yeah, I gotta redo some of those, but now that I've remembered like that I can use Cricut Design Space on my phone, I don't know why I was having a moment today. Oh, Zaza says, that's what I like about Elise Beck's EPP. She charges for the papers, but you don't need patterns because she always does free tutorials. She even shows basting order, etc. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, so the Pond Skater quilt. Let me find that one. My phone's about to die. And my sister's texting me. It's like she can sense it. Spawn Skater quilt. It's pretty cool. Jenny is just, if you're on Instagram, you have to find her. Paper Saxton. So that's the Pond Skater quilt, which is like, like ice skaters, you know how they leave the like designs when they're skating. So I think that's how she named it. Pretty cool. Brenda's is looking pretty good though. I think I'm part of Elise Beck's EPP, one of Facebook, right? The little water striders. I thought it was a bug, and then I second guessed myself when I was looking at it. But yeah, it's PAPPER, right? Yes, PAPPERSAXSTEN. She's so cool on Instagram. If you go over there, tell her I sent you. She's really, and she's like, just has to be one of the nicest people as well. So I love chatting with her. Yep, that's how you spell it right there in chat. Thank you, Brenda. One of these days I'm gonna be able to click on things again and put them on my screen. Um, she's very kind human being and a very talented quilter. And I love how yesterday in the workshop somebody was asking her about like some advice on colors, and she's like, "Well, I'm not professionally trained." And we're like, everybody's like, you kind of are you've professionally trained yourself on color. You make these beautiful quilts and have amazing taste. You are now, I believe, you can call yourself professionally trained. Melinda says, I was so curious and looked it up what it means. It means paper, scissors, stone in her language. Yes, because I can't remember. Is it Swedish? Because I know she's like living in the UK, but I know she just recently told me her dad was in Sweden. So I can't remember where she, you know, her original home base was. Sherry says, Elise Beck is awesome. Thanks, Zaza, for, yes, open for getting her onto her. Yep, she is really very talented. Paper, scissors, snow. So that's like rock, paper, scissors. How funny. I like it. All right, it's already 9 o'clock. I cannot believe how fast this zipped by. What has everybody got planned for the weekend, though? Or for the week? Anybody got any exciting happening? I'm just trying to survive work. I am starting to try to put out videos on Thursdays. So look for that on Thursday. And if it's not there, I never said that. But I am trying, I think I'm going to try to put out a video on catching everybody up on everything I've been sewing that I haven't gotten to show off yet. So I did a bunch of baby quilt blocks that I had to do and a bunch of other stuff. Um, yeah. So what have you guys got going on? Yes, Chloe, I'll be thinking of you. I hope that this resolves without too much stress, because that is very stressful. Oh, Dawn says going to Tennessee to take a look, might be moving from Colorado. Dang. Oh, Brenda's got a long, yes, Canada's long weekend is this upcoming weekend. Ours is like in a couple of weekends in the US, but so she's got some custom quilting she needs to get done. Oh yeah, Zaza's working on that bookbinding class tomorrow, taking the small angry one to the airport on Wednesday, then have stay. You're living a fun life right now. Getting rid of kids, bookbinding class, and stained glass class. That's awesome. Is that your first bookbinding class, or I feel like you've been doing that before, or maybe you just mentioned it and it's finally here. But that's pretty cool. Do you think that you'll be using your sewing machine to sew your papers together in your bookbinding class? No? Yeah, that's really exciting to think about moving. A little scary though, I bet. Oh my God, I just blanked out. Stitching Life Together. It's Amanda, right? Sorry, I'm the worst with names. Um, Guys, please, can you go check out Stitching Life Together? Um, she's live on Thursday. I hung out in her live on Thursday, and I just am the worst with names. It is nothing personal. She's very memorable. And she will also be live Saturday with the guy who sews, which I'm sure you guys all know Sean. Yes, Amanda. Okay, whew, got it. So please go check her out. She's got a lot of cool stuff to show off. Check out her live um, from last week, or from Thursday if you want, because she showed off a bunch of her quilts that she's got left to quilt. It was pretty interesting. So yeah, go check her out, please. Oh, look at, yay, everybody. Um, ooh, and Zaza's gonna be live with Donnell on Wednesday. I know I need to go watch that. I love listening to Zaza talk, and not a creepy way at all. My BFF of 45 years is coming for a visit tomorrow. I may or may not have had a nervous breakdown on the phone. She's coming to help get my life in order again. We all need a friend like that, where we hit our melting point and they show up and get our crap back in order. So I am so excited for you, Laura. Get that nervous breakdown behind you and enjoy your time with your friend. That is amazing. All right, so I think if I remember everything properly, we're going to go hang out on Donnell's Stitchery channel on Wednesday so we can listen to Zaza and Donnell have a chat. And then on Thursday, we're going to go to Amanda's channel, Stitching Life Together. And then on Saturday, we're going to go see everybody, right? We got um, Sean, and then you go, oh, wait, oh, and then Friday, I think Deb, the Pug Life, Deb Pug Quilter mom, you know who she is usually live on Friday afternoons. And I can't even remember when Mona's live, but it's out there. You guys know how to find her. I'm always working when Mona's live. That's so annoying. What time on Thursday? She was live at 8 p.m. on Thursday. And Zaza, so that's Amanda. Amanda Stitching Life Together, 8 p.m. Eastern on Thursday. And Zaza's going to be on Donnell's Stitchery on Wednesday, which I believe is 6:30. So, lots to do. So, all right. With that, I hope everybody takes some time for themselves. Thank you, Sean and Laura and Brenda, for giving me my very first YouTube revenue. And as always, thank you all for hanging out with me and watching me and supporting me. I hope you find some time to sew. 6 p.m. 6 p.m. Wednesday for Donnell. Just go to our channel, set an alert. And I hope you guys all find time to hang out, and I'll see you in the chats and next Monday. All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye.